In this episode, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of frientorship, a concept that's gaining traction as a potential solution to the persistent problem of employee engagement. Lily, I'm particularly intrigued by the idea that fostering friendships in the workplace can actually boost productivity and overall morale. What are your initial thoughts?
Absolutely, Sophia. The traditional hierarchical structures of many organizations often stifle genuine connection. The idea of frientorship, building authentic friendships within a professional setting, seems like a radical shift, but a potentially very positive one. It goes beyond simply being friendly. It suggests a deeper, more meaningful connection between colleagues. It's about building trust, understanding, and mutual support, all of which are crucial for a thriving work environment.
Exactly. And the research seems to back this up, doesn't it? We've seen studies showing a strong correlation between strong social connections at work and increased job satisfaction, reduced stress, and even improved physical health. But isn't there a risk? Could frientorship blur the lines between professional and personal life, potentially leading to conflict or discomfort?
That's a valid concern, Sophia. The key, I believe, lies in establishing clear boundaries and fostering a culture of respect. It's not about demanding friendships, but rather creating an environment that encourages genuine connections to organically develop. Open communication, empathy, and mutual understanding are essential building blocks. Think of it as cultivating a supportive ecosystem rather than forcing relationships.
So how can organizations actually cultivate this frientorship culture? It can't just magically appear, right? There must be active steps involved.
Right. It requires a multifaceted approach. Firstly, leadership plays a crucial role. Leaders need to model the behavior they expect. They need to be approachable, show genuine interest in their employees' well-being, and actively encourage social interaction. Think team-building activities that go beyond the usual corporate retreats. We're talking about genuine opportunities for connection, perhaps informal lunches, shared hobbies, or even mentorship programs designed to build strong relationships.
I agree. And beyond leadership, the organizational structure itself needs to be conducive to frientorship. Think flexible work arrangements that allow for more spontaneous interaction. Open plan offices, while sometimes controversial, can encourage more casual conversations and collaborations. However, we need to be mindful not to force interaction. We want natural connections, not forced camaraderie.
Absolutely. The organization's culture must foster psychological safety. Employees need to feel comfortable being themselves, sharing their thoughts and feelings, and knowing that they won't face repercussions for being vulnerable. This psychological safety is essential for building trust, which forms the foundation of genuine frientorship.
And what about the role of technology in all of this? Can technology help foster or hinder the development of frientorship in the workplace?
That's a fascinating question, Sophia. Technology is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, communication tools like Slack or Microsoft Teams can facilitate quick and easy connections, enabling colleagues to share jokes, updates on their lives, and even offer support. On the other hand, excessive reliance on technology can lead to a lack of face-to-face interaction, which is critical for building deeper relationships.
It's about finding a balance, then. Utilizing technology to enhance communication and connection, but not allowing it to replace genuine human interaction. It's about fostering a digital environment that complements, not competes with, real-world relationships.
Precisely. We need to be intentional about using technology to bridge gaps, not widen them. For example, virtual coffee breaks or online book clubs can facilitate connection for employees in different locations or time zones. These kinds of initiatives can significantly boost the feeling of belonging and camaraderie.
Let's delve into the potential drawbacks and challenges of implementing frientorship initiatives. We've touched on some already, but let's explore them more thoroughly. One major concern is the potential for favoritism or the creation of cliques. How do we mitigate this risk?
That's a crucial point, Sophia. It's important to emphasize inclusivity. Organizations need to ensure that everyone feels welcome and included, regardless of their personality or social circles. Training programs focused on diversity and inclusion can help address potential biases and promote a culture of respect and understanding. Leaders should also actively monitor the dynamics of the workplace to identify and address any potential issues related to cliques or favoritism.
And what about the potential for workplace conflict arising from friendships gone sour? How can organizations prepare for and navigate such situations?
That's a very real possibility. Clear guidelines and policies concerning professional conduct, even within friendships, are essential. Organizations should provide training on conflict resolution and equip employees with the skills and resources they need to navigate disagreements professionally and respectfully. It's important to remember that friendships are not immune to conflict, and having processes in place to manage these situations is crucial for maintaining a healthy and productive work environment.
So how do we measure the success of friendship initiatives? What metrics can we use to assess their effectiveness?
That's a challenging question because it's not simply about numbers. While traditional metrics like employee satisfaction scores and turnover rates can provide some insights, they don't capture the nuances of genuine connection. We need a more holistic approach, incorporating qualitative data such as employee feedback, observations of workplace dynamics, and assessments of psychological safety.
We might also want to look at measures of collaboration and innovation. Does frientorship lead to more effective teamwork and more creative problem solving? These are important indicators of a successful frientorship initiative.
Absolutely. And don't forget about the impact on employee well-being. Are employees reporting lower stress levels? Are they feeling more supported and valued? These qualitative aspects are just as important, if not more so, than the quantitative metrics.
It's all about creating a more human-centered workplace, isn't it? One where people feel seen, heard, and valued, not just for their contributions, but also for who they are as individuals.
Precisely. Frientorship isn't just about boosting productivity. It's about creating a more meaningful and fulfilling work experience for everyone. It's about recognizing that work is a significant part of people's lives, and it should be an environment that fosters growth, connection, and overall well-being.
You know, this reminds me of a joke. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Okay, back to frientorship. We've covered a lot of ground discussing the potential benefits, challenges, and measurement strategies. But what are some practical steps organizations can take to implement frientorship effectively?
Organizations should start by conducting thorough assessments of their current workplace culture. Identify areas where social connection is lacking and pinpoint specific opportunities for improvement. This might involve surveys, focus groups, or even observational studies. Based on these assessments, organizations can then develop targeted initiatives, such as mentoring programs, team-building activities, or even social clubs centered around shared interests.
It's crucial to involve employees in the design and implementation of these initiatives. After all, they are the ones who will be directly affected by them. By fostering a sense of ownership and collaboration, organizations can ensure that the initiatives are relevant, engaging, and effective.
And regular evaluation is vital. It's not a set-it-and-forget-it kind of thing. Organizations need to monitor the progress of their initiatives, gather feedback from employees, and make adjustments as needed. It's an ongoing process, not a one-time fix.
Absolutely. It's about fostering a culture of continuous improvement, where feedback is valued and acted upon. And finally, successful implementation of frientorship requires a commitment from leadership at all levels. It's not just an HR initiative, it's a fundamental shift in organizational culture. Leaders need to model the desired behaviors, advocate for the necessary resources, and champion the importance of fostering genuine connections in the workplace.
Exactly. And I think that's the key takeaway, Sophia. Frientorship is not just a trend. It's a potential pathway toward creating more engaged, productive, and ultimately happier workforces. It's about cultivating a workplace where people not only work together, but also connect and support one another on a deeper level. It's about recognizing the human element within the professional setting and fostering environments where genuine friendships can flourish.
And to conclude, let's remember that frientorship, while promising, isn't a magic bullet. It requires conscious effort, careful planning, and ongoing commitment from both leadership and employees. But the potential rewards, a more engaged, supportive, and productive workforce are well worth the investment. Remember the old saying, a friend in need is a